course not.
All right, thank you. So does everyone feel as though they've made a record on that?
Judge, just one final thing.
Sure.
There is a fairness argument to be made because it would not be fair for the jury to still have some sort of confusion or question about something that all parties know is to be true, which is that he has not been convicted of felony.
No. Statement? No, we don't. All right, thank you. So we're going to bring the jury in. My understanding is there's a verdict that's been reached in this case. There is not to be any outbursts from either side. If there are outbursts, what will end up happening is you may not be allowed back in the courtroom. Does everyone understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Judge.
All right, Deputy,
May we get a ruling on our request
for what?
to include additional language about the state having the burden?
All right, I previously ruled upon that, but the state, and state, correct me if I'm wrong, the state, see.
No, correct, Your Honor.
All right. All right, let's bring the jurors in.
All right, for the jury.
All right, everyone, please be seated. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's the court's understanding that you all have reached a verdict with regards to punishment. Is that correct? And is that verdict unanimous?
Yes.
All right, if you will hand the verdict form to Deputy Laura, please. All right, the defendant will please rise. It states we assess your punishment at 10 years and that your confinement be suspended and you be placed on community supervision. Would anyone wish to have the jurors poll? State?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you may be seated. I'm going to ask each one of you if this is your verdict. If this is your verdict, I need you to say yes. If it is not your verdict, I need you to say no. Does everyone understand? All right, we'll start on the back row. Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict? Is this your verdict? Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict? Is this your verdict? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to excuse you for now. If you'll wait for me in the jury room and I will come back and meet with you at that time. Everyone, please rise for the jurors. All right, the court is going to proceed with sentencing. With regards to the length of time on probation, does anyone have any input they would like for the length of probation time? State?
Yes, Your Honor, we were requesting 10 years probation.
Defense?
Yes, Judge. We agree.
In the prison, suspended and probated for 10 years, there is a $10,000 fine. The court is going to order 180 days in the Bexar County Jail as a condition that will begin today. The court is going to order safety, and the court is ordering safety based upon the testimony that the court heard during the trial. There's going to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Employment. State, is there anything else you would request in way of conditions?
Yes, Your Honor, we're actually requesting the 600 hours community service. We're also requesting any Texas driver's license or pilot license be suspended for a minimum of 2 years. And after his full GPS, after his release from safety and aftercare.
All right. With regards to the community service hours, the court will set suspension.
Judge, I completely misspoke and we would be requesting a PSI. I don't know if that can be corrected at this point.
Well, PSIs, once the jury has been elected to pass punishment, the court does not need to consider a PSI.
Understood, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
So it'll be 350 hours community service restitution and 2-year driver's license suspension.
Judge, we may be aware that you not have a pilot license for aircraft, and if that's so, we would request a suspension also on any type of driving any type of heavy machinery in a public.
Just 1 second. I'm sorry. The printer is very loud. All right, yes.
Any type of heavy machinery that's operating in public, obviously, or at work. The fact is that would be in concert with the
license suspension, period. 2-year driver's license suspension. So it doesn't matter if it's Texas, Louisiana, or where it may be. So there's going to be a 2-year driver's license suspension. And I'm assuming that if someone has a pilot's license, that encompasses driver's license. But if it doesn't, let me be clear, the 2-year driver's license suspension applies to a pilot's license as well. Now, with regards to his employment, if they're allowing purview. Right, Mr. Castro, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? And did you understand it?
Yes, I did.
If you press that one, please. You have a right to appeal as this was a jury trial. However, because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question of what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. Is there a victim impact statement?
Will be.
All right. We're going to proceed with victim impact statement.
Yes, Your Honor.
No.
Judge, can I just have a moment to speak to my client?
Sure.
As you've seen, this is my daughter, Alexandra Seibert. You've never once offered any sense of regret or remorse. I've been in this courtroom for every hearing 15 times. You've laughed and giggled in there. It was all a big joke because you plan to get out. She's not the first young lady's life you've ruined. I'm hoping she'll be the last, but she's the third. You need to suffer the truth for you. But let me tell you something. This is my daughter, and this is where you put her. And this is my husband, and this is myself tending to her. You've got a daughter, you brought her in the first hearing. She was 14 at the time. You thought that would make a difference. You wanted sympathy, but you didn't give my daughter any. Let me tell you something. You need to look at your daughter can be sitting on the road and someone just like you who had spent the whole night from 6 going to 4 bars, plowing into her, lying, misrepresenting the truth, killing your daughter just like you killed mine. You need to think about that when you lay your head down at night, that your daughter's just as vulnerable as mine was. And all those other women, you did things to because you've got money to put a little fence around you. Because I thought my daughter was protected, and you probably think your daughter's protected. And someone like you killed her. That's all I'm going to tell you. And it's wrong. And you never said you were sorry. Your mom said she felt bad, but you never once, not in that whole entire thing. And instead, you took a picture of her car. You got that posted on your Facebook page like you had other things posted? That's all I'm asking. You need to think about it because God's watching you.